Say good morning, Dad. Good morning, brother. Jack wants to know how you're feeling. How are you feeling? Good? Good. Kitty, yeah. Kitty. Mason keeps changing Dad's filter.
Meows.
Meows.
Hi, Mason. How are you feeling today? You feel better than yesterday? Were you feeling a little sick yesterday? Do you feel better? Do you want to go out and do things today? You want to go back and do the pop culture museum maybe? And go look at the Space Needle again? Yeah? Okay, well let's eat some breakfast and get all nice and full and take our pills and then we'll go do that, okay? Love you.
Are you ready for the day, Jack? Are you ready for today? Doing some morning cartoons real quick. In bed, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you a head start.
Okay, raise a cup.
Perfect. You're ready to eat, aren't you? Looks like it's going to be a rainy day in Spokane, huh? That might mean we're going to have a pretty chill day. Well, brother gets to go to the Pop Culture Museum. That's a cool place to go.
Are there a lot of guitars right here? What are we doing? Islanders, Astrolander, Pilgrims, all sorts of different ones in here. See if I can figure this out. Oh. No. Keep going.
Hotel coffee has nothing on this. It's been too long, espresso. It's been too long. So I'm just enjoying the quiet, the peace and quiet right now with my coffee in my new mug. But if I bring home another coffee mug, my husband might not be very stoked, but that looks just like us. Sounds like Mason is feeling good this morning and he took his pills great. I was going to take Jack to church today since it's Sunday, but after talking to Bryan, I just don't want to risk catching a cold or anything in the crowd, so I decided to stay home. We are able to watch it virtually, so I'm going to go ahead and put on the TV when it's time just to watch the message, but I just don't want to bring anything back to Mason to make him sick or anything like that, so I'm going to go ahead and watch from home.
All right, Mason, can you check me out? Right through here. Thank you. Thank you.
charge me for a lid? That's okay.
Is that silly? That's your brother at the museum. Hi, new friends. Kisses to our new friends. I'm gonna get you.
Hey dude, you having fun? Yeah. What was your favorite part about today? The music museum? What was your favorite instrument that you played today? Drums? That'll make Uncle Ian happy. Because he plays drums.
It sounds like Mason and Dad had a great time at the Pop Culture Museum in Seattle. And I guess Mason wanted to go back to the Children's Museum, so they spent a couple more hours there. And it sounds like he's feeling good. He took his pills well today and no vomiting or nausea at this point. So I'm glad to hear that, especially when I'm not there. So going to enjoy the last day and a half with Jack, and then I will be back in Seattle on Tuesday, and that's when I will be there the rest of the time. So I will be separated from Jack for 2 weeks once I leave, unfortunately. But next weekend, Bryan will do the same thing. He will spend the weekend up here to give both grandmas a break from watching Jack and to spend time with him. And then Mason and I will get to have some time together. So that is the next week, or what our next week looks like. So again, thank you everyone for tuning in and watching our gene therapy trip. It's been really awesome to connect with some people here. So thank you for you all for subscribing and commenting. It really does warm our hearts. So thank you. So my best friend came over and brought me dinner and Jack dinner and came to visit. We have been friends for a long time, since we were 3 years old.
30 years.
30 years.
31.
So she knows me, she knows my family, she knows me more than my husband probably.
Yes.
And we have kids similar ages, and so she's just really a part of our family. So since you're here, talk, how did you find out about this DMD process, and how did it make you feel being kind of like the aunt to our boys? How has this year been for you?
Well, I knew about the elevated liver enzymes in the spring, and we didn't really know what that meant. And but then once we found out in May, for sure it was DMD. Jada sent me a text, and I remember it was in the morning. It was like 9:15 in the morning, and I just didn't even know what to do. I just couldn't believe the words she said that it came back positive. Because we, of course, when we found out about that, it could potentially be that. We all thought, oh, that's worst case scenario. That's not going to happen.
There's no way.
Yeah. Why would it happen to them?
Right.
That's not going to happen. It's rare.
Right.
They're fine. It's probably
Out of
something
anybody.
else. Yeah. So when I saw the words positive, I just instantly started crying, and I didn't know what to do. And I called her, and I couldn't even speak. We were both on the phone, just in silence, crying. I could hear her crying. I was crying. I didn't know what to say. I mean, what do you say in a moment like that? And she just kind of told me a couple more details. And then, of course, naturally, her first instinct was, I need to know if Jack has this too. Because if he does, then we need to process that as well. And if he doesn't, at least we can rule it out. So it was really... It was really sad. And I was angry. I was angry.
Yeah.
For days. It took a while for me to get through that. And I just kept saying to myself, why them? They're just your normal family in Washington, 2 little boys, both super happy little boys, playful, fun, cute personalities. I don't know. They were selected for reasons we don't know, but yeah.
Maybe it's to spread awareness and bring together a community.
Yeah, and that's, the way Jada and Bryan are handling this news, even this, 7-8 months later, it's really admirable
Thank you.
because they're really just trusting in God, and He has a plan.
Yep.
And it gets them through each day. And I know there have been really hard days, especially in the beginning. I know Jada's very private and doesn't really fully speak her emotions sometimes, and the things she did tell me, I could read between the lines that it was a lot worse than what she was telling me. So I couldn't even imagine being in their shoes. And then when I told my family and friends, especially my family, like my mom and my brothers that have known Jada 30 years too, nobody knew what to say.
Yeah.
You know, it was just,
There's no words.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you're handling it so well, and you're just accepting it. And you know, just with this gene therapy, that's step one of, you know, making this better and easier for Mason, and seeing where it could go. And just all the research, it's only getting, you know, more and more advanced, and hopefully it will just continue that way with, you know.
Yeah.
So.
We've been really fortunate with our friends and family who have invested and done their own research, and has really helped us out. And so we appreciate that. And when Mason comes home, once he's all good, our boys are besties. At the same age we were besties, and we love seeing them play and act like we did. And so footage to come when we get them together, and that will be really, really fun to see, and how goofy they are.
They're so funny together. Mason's a little over a year older than Crew, but you would never know because they're so little.
Yeah.
But they have so much fun together. They can destroy a living room in 2 seconds. Man, they have fun, and every time we have to, you know, separate them and leave, somebody cries, somebody gets upset, and it's like, it's okay, you know. So it's just really sweet to see their relationship. You know, it's like best case scenario for us. Like, obviously we were best friends growing up. We want our boys to be best friends too. So.
And they live about 1.5 minutes away, so that's great.
Luckily, we're on the same side of town. So.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.